Our editorial team's content strategy has been basically reduced to PDF bad, HTML good. We've seen again and again through reflections in our traffic and what our users tell us that they want to interact with our content in an HTML layout rather than downloading a PDF. But what's so bad about PDFs anyways? Well, the Nielsen-Norman Group, kind of the usability gurus of the world, claim that PDFs are unfit for human consumption. That's a pretty bold statement, but if you look at their list of cited usability crimes, it can be a very jarring experience or unsuccessful experience. Basically, PDFs are, intended for print, and so they're not really designed in a way that's conducive for use on a screen. So we're getting away from that. So our job today is to train you in how to create, to kind of reinvent print content for the web. Just some stats on the success of our HTML presentations versus PDF download stuff. The first thing to embrace in your new identity as a web editor is to realize that no one is going to read this. Well, that's kind of disheartening, but really the reality is that they will skim it. And I had asked you to read a piece from The Onion, which is the farcical newsletter in the U.S., and they did a great piece with the headline, "Nation Shudders at Large Block of Uninterrupted Text," which I think very well caricatures how, we view content now when it's just put to us in a large block of text it hasn't been optimized for either screen reading or, for our short attention spans. And so I've just pulled out some of my favorite quotes from this piece. Why won't it just tell me what it's about? I'm sure if it's important enough, they'll let us know some other way. I've looked everywhere. There's nothing here but words. Whatever it is, I'm pretty sure it doesn't even have a point. It demands so much of my time and concentration, this large block of text. It expects me to figure everything out on my own, and I hate it. This is a caricature, but I think we also have to realize that we're all guilty of this sentiment ourselves, and I don't think that's something we have to run from. We need to embrace it and realize that this is the reality, and this is the challenge we have ahead of us, is to get people like this to get their attention and to keep it somehow. And that's a big challenge. In interviews with our clients, they have told us that they want us to write in a plain and simple way. This quote from Video Winning with Words says, "My colleagues expect me to explain technical issues in plain and simple language. I can't do that for them if advisors don't do it for me." And right there, that plain and simple language, that needs to be our charge. That needs to be the shining light in the sky that we go towards as web editors. And if you do nothing every day, I want you to keep plain and simple language. Keep writing it, keep thinking about it. That's what we're here to do. That is our market differentiator. That's how we're gonna rise above our competition. It's worth it to point out that plain and simple language isn't easy. On the left side of the screen here, I was given, these were basically topic headings. So I had objectivity and independence, global delivery capability, so a lot of this kind of corporate speak. And so I put it sort of through my pretend plain and simple language machine, which is probably a very, very complicated machine. And on the other end, you come out with more accessible language. So instead of objectivity and independence, I said, we don't play favorites. Instead of global delivery capability, say we are worldwide. Instead of sustainable relationships, we are in it for the long haul. So you can see that there's a lot simpler, more accessible ways to say these things. So why does plain and simple language, is it important? Does it have strategic value for the firm? And I would argue that absolutely it does, because it brings people together on a common plane of understanding. You get instant comprehension and instant understanding. And only from there can you continue to move forward and work together. So I wanted to share with you this sentence, which is, there's all sorts of sentences out there in the firm written like this. It says, the Ernst & Young Climate Change and Sustainability Framework is our proprietary, holistic methodology for an enterprise-wide business transformation. That sentence weighs in at a grade 20 on the readability scale. And I think immediately people don't know what the sentence is trying to convey. Is it important that why is the word methodology used instead of method? What is proprietary and holistic? Is it important? What do you mean enterprise-wide? What does that mean? So there's immediately a lot of questions from the sentence, and it's a big turnoff, and already you've lost your customer, you've lost your reader. We do these indirect sentences a lot with the firm, and I think that we need to dismantle them, focus on verbs rather than adjectives, and really come across as a firm that understands your business and that we can help. So I've rewritten this sentence to say, we have a framework that takes you step by step through a sustainable business transformation, period. And that weighs in at about a grade 10. So not ideal to 8th grade level, but better. And it says the same thing, and I think it says it better because you can actually visualize the message.